So I'm gonna go back to the well with Shane Bieber against the Tigers. He was the chalk the last time he had this matchup. I don't think that'll be the case on this particular slate. It's a big slate. We've got a lot of talented pitchers up over 9K. I think Verlander's going to draw a lot of ownership. I think Sean Manaea going up against the Pirates is going to draw a lot of ownership. So you're probably going to get Bieber at a relatively nice roster percentage. And for as much concern as we've had about the just absolute loss of velocity so far in 2022, he's been fine, really, aside from one bad start that was like game one of a doubleheader that he was pitching in like frigid Cleveland conditions. He's been perfectly fine. For the season, he's got a 3.25 FIP. His swinging strike rate is up at 13.2%. That is elite. He's generated a lot of strikeouts in his last couple of starts, negating, again, that one game against the Blue Jays. I just think Bieber's fine. And I think the Tigers in particular are the worst offense in baseball against right-handed pitching. They come into this game the lowest isolated power and lowest WRC plus within the split. So if Bieber's going to be this far below 10K, and I understand the pricing, I do, I'm just going to keep trying to take advantage of that.
All right, who do you got tonight? Pitcher over 85, $100, Erik.
Let's go with Brandon Woodruff at 9,800. He looks good this season by basically every metric except ERA. His sits at 476. But the ERA estimators are about a run and a half better than that. Still striking out nearly 29% of opposing batters to go along with a 7% walk rate. And he looks even better if you ignore his first start or two. He got knocked around his first start of the year, and he only had 2 strikeouts in each of his first two starts of the season. I think with this year's shortened spring, there were a lot of guys who just didn't look like themselves in their first turn or two on the mound. If you toss out those first 2 trips to the mound, he's striking out 34.6% of opposing batters, which would be easily a career high. He gets a Cardinals lineup that has performed pretty well this season. They rank 9th by team WRC+, but it's a nice pitcher's park, and I don't think the names in that lineup are overly scary. I would expect them to be more middle of the pack than top third, probably going forward. So I think, given what he's shown for the majority of the season, I think Woodruff is a trustworthy ace, and I like the matchup enough here.